How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing another reaction video today, this time about Curaçao. That's right. Not the Netherlands, but one of the Netherlands, like, Dutch islands that they own in the Caribbean. I think it's like its own country, though. Um, it's just part of, like, the Kingdom of the Netherlands. So anyways, this one is a suggestion from David Dillon, who, by the way, sent me that pretty cool Curaçao flag, which I have figured out how to pronounce it by now. I was saying it like Kiraku or I don't even remember. It was way wrong. But anyways, we have right here everything about Curaçao. I almost said it wrong on accident that time. Um, ABC Island, What to Do, documentary. Channel is Bart's Travel. So links down below for that. And we're going to jump into it. Soon as okay, make sure I'm on the right screen here with my OBS recording. All right.
Bonbini or welcome to Curaçao. Curaçao is located in the Caribbean and comes from the Spanish word corazón, which means heart. Curaçao is located in the heart of the ABC Islands, between Aruba and Bonaire. Curaçao has temperatures around 80.
And that's why they call it the ABC Islands then? Aruba, Bonaire, Curaçao, ABC. Makes sense.
6 degrees Fahrenheit all year round. The rain showers in the rainy season from October to January are often very short-lived. The main language on Curaçao is Papiamento. Due to the colonial past, Dutch, English and Spanish are also widely spoken.
Right.
In 2010, the Netherlands Antilles were dissolved and Curaçao became an independent country within the kingdom.
But what does that really mean for it though? Because you know what I mean? Like they're separate anyways. So like it's still within the kingdom. It's its own country, sure, but it's still within the kingdom. So they're still under Dutch rule. So it doesn't really make a difference, I don't think. I don't know. I'm not a politician, so I don't really know anything about it. Looks nice there though. I bet there's a lot of mosquitoes though. Best destinations. Oh yeah, David Dillon, the guy that requested this video, said for me to take note of the timestamp 8:21. So I got to try to pay attention to see what's going on around 8:21 in the video. We're a minute and 6 in now, so. Tips and experience. A lot of Dutch people go there, I heard. Oh, okay, that was his intro.
In this
cool.
travel documentary, we show you the most beautiful sights and what you can do when you go on holiday to the island of Curaçao. And believe me, there's a lot to do.
And I mean, it's interesting because those are obviously Dutch-inspired buildings. Those are definitely put there by like somebody, you know what I mean? Because the Dutch owned it for the longest time. So it's probably Dutch architects or like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
We start with number 20, the Old Puna district in Willemstad, the capital of Curaçao. In Willemstad, there are definitely a few neighborhoods that are worth seeing. One of them is Punda. Punda means point, and at the point of the bay there's a fort.
Okay.
The Spanish gave the island the name Isla de los Gigantes, or Island of the Giants.
Now, was there already Dutch people living there? Is that why it's the Island of the Giants? Because you got there and seen all these tall-ass Dutch people? Yeah. So, if I'm singing along to, like, nothing, it's because the music's copyrighted and I had to edit it out, so... If it's silent there, you know, there was originally background music. It may still be there. It just depends on how the copyright checks go through, I guess.
After the Spanish left, the so-called useless island to the West Indian Company, led by the Dutch in 1634, they built a fort. They called it Fort Amsterdam. The 18th century colorful houses on the St. Anna Bay are one of the most photographed houses in Punda.
Oh,
In
yeah, I'm sure.
1449, the Spanish conquered Curaçao. One of the most striking buildings in Punda is the Peña building, a former trading house built at the beginning of the 18th century. Punda has been connected to Otrobanda since 1888 by a 168-meter wooden pontoon bridge called the Queen Emma
Oh,
Bridge.
and it floats?
The bridge crosses the Anna Bay, a bay that flows into the sea. Punda and Otrobanda have been on the UNESCO World Heritage List since 1997. It is the
Nice.
only floating wooden swing bridge in the world. Poor people in bare feet did not have to pay to cross the bridge before 1934. At that time, it was still a toll bridge. That is why some rich people simply took off their shoes. When a boat has to pass, a bell rings and the bridge is turned onto planks so that the vessel can pass. If the bridge is open for a long time, ferry boats are used free of charge to get from one side to the other.
So if you're barefoot, you can just go free? Why? I don't understand. Like, so what about your shoes cost money to make it like they're like, oh, you're wearing your shoes, so now it's gonna cost money to go across. But if you take them off, don't worry about it. We got you. It's free. Like that's okay. The lights look cool on that bridge though. Wait a minute. I think I've seen this padlock thing. Unless it's different places around the world that do it. But I'm pretty sure I've seen this padlock thing. It's like the lovers thing. You take the two padlocks, link them together on this fence, maybe?
Punda means point and Otrobanda means other side. The Otrobanda district is located just opposite Punda, on the other side of the water. Ironically, we can say that they were very original in their names. Otrobanda was built in 1707 because Punda was becoming too small. In the 19th century, Otrobanda grew into a cultural center where the emerging black people class flourished. Later in the 1950s, the wealthy residents of Otrobanda moved away to live outside the city and the district increasingly fell into the grip of criminals.
It doesn't look like it though. I mean, it looks pretty nice.
The Monumentenzorg Foundation managed to reserve this downward spiral with the help of private investors. In the 80s, it became a red light district. But thanks to Jacob Dekker, things changed. He was a Dutch businessman who saw Kura Hulanda as an investment and immediately had a hotel built there with shops and restaurants. The hotel did not survive the competition from hotels on beaches and was revived by new investors after the death of Jacob Dekker.
Those subtitles are baked in, aren't they? Yeah. He's speaking clear English. There's nothing wrong with the way he's speaking at all. But for some reason, just the fact that there's subtitles on the screen makes me want to read them. Okay, nothing important. My phone was going off. I had to check.
Number 16, Kura Hulanda Museum. The museum covers topics such as the African slave trade of the West Indian Company, among others. Slave trade was one of the largest trades on Curaçao. The museum shows an educational but also moving history of the cruelty of man and his colonial greed.
Yeah, I mean, it was messed up back then for sure. Crazy times. That was a cool ship, jeez. That's pretty cool, like an open air museum kind of thing, huh?
The country houses on Curaçao were the main buildings of the plantations on the island. They date from the 17th to the 19th century. We visit Landhuis Jan Kok, surrounded by salt pans with flamingos. After 1634, the plantations on Curaçao served to supply the ships of the West Indian Company. Slaves were put to work. The house is located on a hill for several reasons. The landlord had an overview of the plantations and the slave houses, and the trade wind also provided cooling. The house was more defensible, and in times of danger you could ask for help.
I mean, that's a pretty cool looking...
And in times of...
That's a cool little spot. I mean, that tree right there on the left. I have no clue what kind of tree that is, but this is definitely like so much different than like what the Netherlands looks like. And I read online that there's a ton of Dutch people that go here like in the wintertime to get away from the winter. They go to Curaçao and spend their time. So yeah, it'd be a pretty cool place to go for sure.
Danger, you could ask for help.
That's pretty cool. It's painted right onto the shutters.
On the 7th plantation, they grew sugarcane, peanuts, corn, coconuts, coffee and fruit. When slavery came to an end in 1863, the freed slaves were given the opportunity by the government to lease small pieces of land.
I should have drank more coffee, guys. I used to have an iguana. Her name was Iggy. Well, it wasn't technically mine, it was my daughter's. Way different landscape than the Netherlands
Next
as well.
Next to the Ascension Country House is a nature park that you can walk through. A little further down the street is a small museum that catches our attention. The small museum, Kas di Pali Maishi. Here's the small authentic Kunuku house made for and by slaves. It consists of cow dung and coral stone, among other things. Corn stalks were used for the roof. The houses were inhabited until around 1950.
Oh, cool.
The borders were demarcated by kadushi, a common cactus on Curaçao. Soup was also made from cactus. The Arawak Indians already lived on the island before the arrival of the Spanish. They took them as slaves to the Dominican Republic. Later, the Dutch brought them back to the Antilles.
Oh. We never miss the water till the well runs dry. Yeah, I can relate to that, boy. Whew. Jeez, if you've seen some of my recent vlog style videos, you'll know what I mean by that. I can relate to that one. The well running dry. Holy shit. I can feel that in my damn soul. Yeah, people don't realize, I mean, until you don't have water, you don't realize, I mean, we're good. We got water now, thank you. But yeah, without it though, it's definitely something that people take for granted for sure. Jeez. That's cool, my soul is still alive and shimmering.
Flamingos have become an indispensable part of Curaçao. They get their pink color by eating shrimp that they find in the many salt pans that the Dutch built here. Salt extraction is a gift from the Dutch. Salt mining is no longer done. Maybe who worked in the salt pans were blind after 10 years.
Oh, geez.
You will find flamingos.
What a gift, guys. Obviously, that wasn't the intention, but dang, I wonder what caused them to go blind. Oh. Just the reflection from the sun beating off the salt into your eyes, right? Maybe get better eye protection. I don't know. Wild flamingos, especially close to the salt pans, Kokomo Beach. There's a town called Kokomo here in Indiana, actually. Wonder if it's named after this one.
Especially close to the salt pans of Kokomo Beach and the neighboring country house of Jan Kok, a cruel 18th century slave master.
Wonder if that's where that song comes from too. That's like way down in Kokomo, dun, 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 you know. I bet it's singing about that place. Yeah, flamingos look cool though.
A beach that we just mentioned is Kokomo Beach. If it weren't for the fact that this place was named after the song Kokomo by the Beach Boys, this beach is a bit disappointing.
Okay. Oh, it was named after the song Kokomo. The song that I was just talking about.
Named after the song Kokomo by the Beach Boys, this beach is a bit disappointing. There are beaches where there is more to do, such as Porto Mari, Jan Thiel, Blowby, Grote Knip and Mambo Beach.
Grote Nip. What's Nip? Grote's big, right? So Nip, K-N-I-P. I wonder what that is. It's a small little beach, though. Mambo. That looks nice. Wow. That's crazy. Wait, Scheveningen. Hold on. Scheveningen. Okay, so Scheveningen, I can't say that. That's a beach in the Netherlands off the North Sea, close to The Hague, possibly. Don't attack me if I'm wrong, please. So these are just old signs from the Netherlands because you got omatacos.nl. That's obviously a Dutch website. Rene Van Schie. Something. Yeah, this is just Dutch. But then again, it could just be named after. Maybe this place is here. Rene Van Schie, Pot Plant, and something beach. These are businesses there that have Dutch names because there's Dutch descendants that lives there. But that's clearly a Dutch website, right? But they would use a Dutch URL possibly because they're in the Kingdom of the Netherlands, of course. Duh. So that would make sense because this is technically part of the Netherlands, right? Huh. Hello. Okay. Bromfiets. Chill and grill. Looks like a cool place though, for sure. I hope I don't have to take all this music out.
We prefer Jan Thiel and Porto Mari. Jan Thiel is very well located with restaurants, supermarkets, close to the bus station and surrounded by mangroves, salt pans and chic villas and hotels.
Mangroves, huh?
Porto Mari has a beautiful white coral sand beach where you can dive and snorkel. Beautiful hiking trails through nature start
Very
from the
cool.
parking lot.
The color of that blue is striking, isn't it?
main attraction of the beach are the pigs that walk among the tourists and eagerly use the sea to rinse themselves off. Never seen before in the world. This had to do with the colonial history of Curaçao when the Spaniards brought pigs and left them in the wild. Porto Mari is close to Willibrordus, or, precisely, Willywood.
So it's like you got stray cats or something running around, but instead it's just pigs. That's interesting. We got Willywood. Hold on. Beach rules. I hate this headset, by the way. My other one broke. Normally, I don't even use a headset when I'm at my desk and everything with my other microphone, but this microphone, it's not the same. It feeds into the... Yeah, I just have to have a headset, which sucks, but it's all good.
The nature of Curaçao does not allow for many crops to be grown.
Oh,
it is
bummer.
a small island with practically no industry. Many crops and products have to be imported.
From the Netherlands, a lot of them probably.
There is a market in Willemstad where Venezuelans advertise their products.
Okay,
For
yeah.
this, they have to take a boat trip of 7 hours and 7 hours back.
Yeah, because Venezuela's like right there. It's not very far.
On many menus, you see stubba. This is a stew of goat meat, chicken, beef or iguana with vegetables and rice or with fried banana. Kadushi soup originated with the slaves. They were only given cornmeal to eat. To make it a bit more varied, they made soup from kadushi cacti. Of course, everyone knows Blue Curaçao. It is a liquor that has been made since 1896 in the Shobolobo country house. The Spaniards planted citrus trees, but the fruits were not edible, so they made liquor from it. The blue color.
When life gives you inedible lemons or whatever, make liquor out of it. That's funny. I think I've actually had Curacao liquor. Possibly. I don't know for sure. Definitely sounds familiar.
That gives Blue Curaçao its color is a dye. You can also get it in other colors, but they all taste the same. There is also a liqueur made from chocolate and from the beans of tamarind. The liqueur on Curaçao is also the basis for triple sec.
Okay.
On every menu is agua de la munchi, a drink made from freshly squeezed lime with sugar water. When
So-
it comes to sweet dishes,
Like lemonade, but like limes instead of lemon. So limeade, basically. I've had something similar to that. It's pretty good. I mean, of course, the ratio could be different. You know, how much juice, how much sugar, how much water. Pastecchi, huh? That's a sweet dish? That doesn't look like a sweet dish.
pastecchi takes the crown. It is a fried pastry filled with fish, meat, cheese wrapped in corn or banana leaves.
Oh. I got that flag
The
on my
flag
shed
of
door.
Curaçao shows two
Thank you.
stars, one for Curaçao and one for Klein Curaçao. An hour's boat ride from the Spanish water lies Klein Curaçao, which used to be called Nicola.
So
The
small
small
case.
island is only 2 miles long and 800 meters wide. It is uninhabited. There
Okay.
used to be more vegetation than there is now, but it was dug up for phosphate mining. There is a new reforestation project. In the past, the West Indian Company used the island to quarantine sick people. The remains of this building can still be seen. Although
Just a
Klein
little
Curaçao
small building in the middle of this big old empty island. And there's just that. Just a bunch of people just sitting in there by themselves. Just. Oh boy.
is rarely affected by hurricanes, traces have been left on the island. In 1877, the lighthouse was destroyed. A new one was built in the middle of the island.
Okay.
There is also a drinking water well and a few shipwrecks. Klein Curaçao is a mecca for divers.
Wonder when that ship's from.
Bonaire is also called the Green Island. It is a true eco-paradise for both sun worshippers and adventurous holiday makers or diving enthusiasts. Little rainfall and pleasantly high temperatures ensure that Bonaire is a great place to visit all year round. Due to the northeasterly wind, it is never too hot and the maximum temperature is around 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
Why is it talking about Bonaire? I thought this was a Curaçao video. Bonaire is just another island. I got a map up there actually, but it's not zoomed in enough probably. I don't see. Yeah, I don't see it. Good moment.
Although Aruba has a surface area of only 180 square kilometers and is therefore the smallest island of the ABC Islands, the Caribbean island has many interesting sights to fill your holiday with. Most tourists come to Aruba for the pearly white beaches and turquoise sea, but Aruba has also a vibrant culture with influence from Arawak, African and European people.
Yeah, an interesting mix for sure. The Flamingos. It's like the I Love Amsterdam sign, but I love Aruba.
Lagoon is a beautiful beach that is close to the 4-point
Wait a
Santa
minute.
Marta Bay.
I'm supposed to look at the... I was supposed to pay attention to 8:21. Which is... Oh. Ah. Ah. Okay, we've already seen this. Okay, this is where he was pointing out. That's great. All right, we're gonna jump back over here. I think the rest of it talking about Aruba or something and stuff, because we're learning about Curaçao.
Coral reefs are most beautiful at Porto Mari, but also in Yantil Bay, at Mambo Beach and Kokomo Beach.
Okay, it's back to Curaçao now. That is cool. Wow. Oh wait, are we froze? Oh, there we go. Douchey.
Near Willemstad, there's the Reef Mangrove Park, a beautiful domain right next to the city with easy walking paths. There are also mangroves at Yantil Bay and in the Spanish waters. Until the beginning of the 19th century, the houses in Willemstad were almost all white.
Boring.
White lime plaster was used to smooth the walls. The use of seawater also caused wall cancer, which made the walls softer. The governor of the island obliged the homeowners to paint their houses. Later it turned out that the governor was the largest shareholder of the paint factory. Nowadays it is no longer mandatory, but if you do not paint your house in color, you will no longer have a nice neighbor.
Of course, so he owns part of the paint factory there. I wish more people around here would paint their houses colors like that, because, I mean, it's just a bunch of boring crap around here. Tans, beige, gray, white, light blue, maybe? I don't know. I want to see bright oranges and all that. Yeah, like that. That's cool.
Most plants in Curaçao must be able to withstand drought. Of the 500 types of plants, the cacti stand out, such as the tall kadushi.
Okay.
In addition, the dividivi is common, a wind-blown tree that is forced to grow to one side by the trade wind. There are also many palms, bougainvillea, oleander, kibrahacha, jasmine, cordia and many others.
Okay. You can tell it's an AI voice though, because nobody says wines. They say wins, which I don't even know why an AI would get it that wrong, actually, but I don't know. Either way, we're watching it. Thanks for watching with me. You guys are amazing. And you should click like on this video, by the way. Thank you.
The Spanish brought God's
I have some of those butterflies that go in my yard, or at least they look like that.
with them, and when the Dutch took over the island, the Spanish left the goats behind. These goats were a threat to the fauna on Curaçao. They eat everything that crosses their path, which can cause the fertile topsoil to wash away during heavy rainfall. So it is difficult to grow crops and a lot is imported, which often makes food on Curaçao expensive.
Dang.
The fauna on Curaçao is richer than the flora. Curaçao is a real bird paradise. There must be more than 160 species of birds, such as the West Indian parakeet, the sugar thief, a small yellow bird that loves sugar in addition to nectar. You also often see the red and green hummingbird.
Yeah, that's a cool looking hummingbird. The bright green.
Of course, there are also the Caribbean flamingos, pelicans and birds of prey such as the caracara, also called warawara. In addition to birds, there are many lizards such as the blue and green iguanas.
Yep.
Wild-tailed deer and sea turtles are also common species.
Stingray? I think so, yeah. That turtle was just hanging out in there.
Shete Boka means 7 inlets in the sea. The park is intended to protect the sea turtles that lay their eggs in the sand.
Oh, okay.
The most famous attraction of the park is the Bok Tabla, where the sea rolls into a cave with great force and sprays upwards.
Dang. Goes up pretty far, I guess, right there. Is it like coral rocks? Volcanic rocks?
Boka Kalki can be reached via a walking path through the mangrove. However, beware of manzanilla trees because they are poisonous.
Uh-oh.
The plantation area Hofi Mango is one of the most diverse nature reserves on the island. Comedian Jandino Asporaat opened this park to the general public in 2022.
Is he like a Dutch comedian? He or she? There sure is a lot of cactuses there.
Not only is the area called Hofi Mango home to the only sugar mill in Curaçao, but also the remains of a distillery from 1700.
Oh.
Also more than 600 mango trees that are hundreds of years old. Hofi Mango is located on a great terrain that was part of the Santa Cruz plantation for centuries.
Mangoes are good. I like
During
mangoes.
the Curaçao slave uprising of 1795, this was the place where Tula and the other enslaved people met.
What's that thing?
From Hofi Mango, you look over the Christoffel Park, our number one of Curaçao.
Number one, huh?
There are 4 car routes and 8 hiking trails in the park, including a walk to the top of Christoffelberg. Christoffelberg has a modest height of 375 meters. You can spot the white-tailed deer there and enjoy the silence and the beautiful untouched nature. The country house of the Savonnet Plantation is located in the park. Plantation Savonnet is one of the oldest plantations in Curaçao. The mansion houses a museum about the history of the Arawak Indians and about slavery on the plantations.
I've never seen the ocean in real life. I've seen a cactus in real life though. Not in a desert. I've never been to a desert, but I know a couple people that have cactuses. I've seen them in stores. You can buy them. I've owned little small cactuses in the past. Or cacti. For all your grammar nerds.
If you want to follow our further travel adventures, you can subscribe to our YouTube page Bart's Travel. To be clear, this is completely free. And you don't have to do anything for it. Just press the subscribe button below this video. Thanks for watching.
Alright guys, so that was pretty cool. The place is obviously beautiful. It's a lot different than the Netherlands. So what do you Dutch people think that's been there? How much different is it? You know what I mean? But there's also some stuff that's going to be similar. Similar architecture. I'm sure it's completely different still. But either way, very cool video. And thanks for watching with me, guys. Thanks to, I believe the name was it David Dillon? I believe, for the flag and for the video request. You guys have a super fun, awesome day. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, bye.